Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. Police discover body in car on Heroes Highway, 2 officers injured in minibus accident on Timeri Road, and pensioner loses life in electric bike collision on East Bank Demerara. Chef robbed outside home in Kitty, Georgetown. 2 canoe officers detained for alleged kidnapping and extortion of Brazilian businessman and wife. Police operation in Agricola leaves 2 men injured. Stay tuned for the details of these stories. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Police discover body of male in car on Heroes Highway. Today, police ranks from Regional Division for B discovered the body of a male in a motorcar along Heroes Highway, East Bank Demerara. The officers were on patrol when they observed a silver gray motorcar, registration number withheld, parked with the engine still running. Upon inspection, they found a man in the driver's seat with blood on his mouth and flowing from his nostrils, as well as blood on the floor behind the driver's seat. Emergency medical technicians, EMT, were summoned and pronounced the man dead at the scene. A further inspection of the vehicle revealed a Guyana national identification card identifying the deceased and a divorce petition between the deceased and a female residing in the United States of America. The body has been transported to the Memorial Gardens funeral home, where it awaits a post-mortem examination. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Are you looking for a job? We are hiring currently for cashiers and store clerks. Give us a call at 628-6336. You can also WhatsApp us to schedule an interview. The closing date for applying is the 23rd of May, 2024. We look forward to hearing from you. Police officers injured in minibus accident on Timeri Road. A group of police officers sustained injuries following an accident involving their minibus on the Timeri, East Bank Demerara public road on Saturday night. The incident occurred around 1935 hours. The minibus, registered as PAE 6755, was driven by a police rank and carried several officers as passengers. According to a statement from police headquarters, the vehicle was en route to Georgetown when it struck a concrete median on the road. The impact caused the driver to lose control, resulting in a collision with an electricity pole. All occupants of the minibus, including the driver, were injured. Bystanders assisted in transporting the injured officers to receive medical attention. While some officers were treated and subsequently discharged, others required admission to a city hospital for further medical care. Investigations into the circumstances of the accident are ongoing. Pensioner loses his life in electric bike collision on East Bank Demerara Road. An 81-year-old pensioner, Donovan Douglas of Stevedore Housing Scheme, North Ruimveldt, Georgetown, was killed on Saturday night in a traffic collision on the East Bank Demerara public road. According to police reports, Douglas was riding his electric bike, registered as EM 5436, and traveling south along the eastern carriageway. He stopped at the intersection between Eccles and Agricola to make a U-turn onto the western carriageway. At the same time, a motorcar, registered as PWW 3407, was traveling north at an allegedly fast rate and collided with the electric bike. The impact caused Douglas to fall onto the road, sustaining fatal injuries. Emergency medical technicians, EMT, were summoned to the scene and pronounced Douglas dead upon arrival. Douglas's body has been taken to Memorial Gardens funeral home, where it awaits a post-mortem examination. The motorcar involved in the collision has been lodged for inspection, and the driver, an 18-year-old from 51 Seaforth Street, Campbellville, Georgetown, is currently in police custody. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Chef robbed outside her Kitty, Georgetown home. A 29-year-old chef, Alea Fitko, was held at knifepoint and robbed outside her home in Kitty, Georgetown, on Sunday morning. The incident occurred around 10:50 HRS as Fitko was about to enter her yard at Stanley Place and David Street. According to police headquarters, 2 men on a motorcycle approached Fitko. One of the suspects placed a knife at her neck, while the other displayed what appeared to be a firearm tucked in his waist, intimidating Fitko into surrendering her handbag. The bag contained personal documents and an Apple iPhone 11 Pro Max valued at $200,000. After taking the handbag, the suspects fled south along Stanley Place on their motorcycle. A police sergeant, who witnessed the robbery from his vehicle, discharged 3 rounds from his service revolver in the suspect's direction. Despite this, the robbers managed to escape south along Vlissingen Road. Police have initiated an investigation into the robbery. Several individuals in the area have been questioned, and CCTV cameras were identified but not yet reviewed. Authorities are also checking local health institutions for any signs of the perpetrators. Are you looking for a job? We are hiring currently for sales representative, truck drivers/porters, housekeeper, cashier and office assistant. Give us a call at 592-220-8270. You can also WhatsApp us to schedule an interview. The closing date for applying is the 24th of May, 2024. We look forward to hearing from you. 2 Canu officers detained for alleged kidnapping and extortion of Brazilian businessman and wife. 2 officers from the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, Canu, are currently detained at the Lethem police station following accusations of kidnapping and extorting a Brazilian businessman and his wife. The incident has raised serious concerns about corruption and misconduct within the ranks of the Anti-Narcotics Unit. The Brazilian nationals reported to the police that the Canu officers detained them under the pretense of investigating smuggling activities, specifically alleging that the couple was involved in smuggling mercury into Guyana. The businessman claimed that during the ordeal, he was handcuffed and threatened at gunpoint, leading him to transfer over GYD 3 million to an account in Brazil. The severity of the situation prompted the victims to also lodge a report with the Federal Police of Brazil, highlighting the cross-border implications of the crime. Further complicating the case, the head of the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA, Customs in Lethem has been implicated as the alleged mastermind behind the extortion scheme. Initially, he fled Lethem to evade arrest but later surrendered to the police at Brickdam in the company of his attorney. He is currently hospitalized under police guard at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, claiming to have contracted dengue. James Singh, the head of Canu, confirmed the detention of the Canu officers in Lethem and assured that investigations are ongoing. The incident underscores the need for stringent measures to prevent such abuses of power and to restore public trust in law enforcement agencies. Police operation in Agricola results in 2 men injured. A 31-year-old man was shot and injured during a police operation in Agricola, East Bank Demerara, on Saturday night. The incident occurred around 2200 hours HRS on Brutus Street, Agricola, when the man resisted arrest for allegedly possessing an illegal firearm. According to police headquarters, officers acting on received information approached the man, who was sitting in front of his premises with a group of other men. When the police informed him of their intent to search him for the firearm, he refused and became hostile. The suspect then reportedly reached into his pants and pulled out a 9mm pistol, pointing it at the officers. In response, one of the officers discharged a round, hitting the man in the knee, causing him to fall, and dropping the firearm. As the officers attempted to place the injured suspect into their vehicle for medical attention, a hostile crowd gathered, eventually taking the suspect away and placing him into a white Axio motor car, registration pad 7596, in an attempt to flee the scene. The police called for backup, and a team from the Tactical Services Unit arrived. During the ensuing chaos, another man from the crowd, armed with a cutlass, charged at one of the police officers. The officer fired a shot, hitting the man in the left ankle. Both injured men were transported to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, where they remain under police guard. Police have recovered the 9mm firearm, which contained 12 rounds of ammunition. Investigations into the incident are ongoing.